Okay, welcome back everybody to Sporks and Dorks, and today we're having Avellinos, and we have a whole, pepperoni pizza. We have their signature bread that they put. We have a salad, and we have wings. So we're gonna start with the bread because I enjoy their bread. Their garlic bread. I don't know what about it, but their garlic bread is so good. I think it's one of those things where it's only in one place. I'm not sure. It's a small little place that sells Italian food. Okay. Today I want to talk about something creepy or spooky. It's something I read on Instagram, so you have to take it with a grain of salt. Obviously, this probably didn't happen, but it's like a scary thing that creeped me out and got me thinking about real life situations. Okay. So, it's something about Disney, and we're going to get into the educational part at the very end after I tell this little story, because I want to. Okay, so the story is about a security guard. Now, he was originally stationed in like the it's not a mall, but the market area, to catch any petty thievery or to break up drunken people who've gotten a little too drunk. But there was never anything too significant. But the story says he worked there. The story said he worked there for like 23 years. And by the way, I'm not going to eat all this because I have to save some of this for my family. Sorry. Or I would be stingy and eat it all. Anyway, he worked there for like 20 something years, and out of the 20, I want to say 24 years he worked there. You drink with your mouth, didn't you? Anyway. Out of the 24 years that he or she worked there, they worked in that place where all the markets were and shit. Out of the 24 years they worked there, 20 of them was at this place, and it would get really hot, and they were getting fairly older, so they requested to be put in a place that they didn't have to stand or like get so hot because it was getting harder and harder. So they got put as security for one of Disney's hotel places. And what happened was, like, why is there a mushroom on my pizza? Thank you, Avellinos. I mean, I like it, but it's not what I wanted. Anyway. One day while they were working, one of the custodian ladies, or the cleaning ladies, had come in for a routine cleaning because they have to clean on certain days. especially when people are supposed to, especially when, there's a barbecue wings, by the way, especially when, like, guests are supposed to be gone. So this custodian lady came in, and she was like, oh, because all of their stuff was, like, it was a family, all of their stuff was still there. So she went and she told the security person, and they were like, oh, okay. And they looked it up, and they had, like, the people had overstayed by, like, 2 days or something. So he wrote that down, and, like, the next day the stuff was still there, so they said it again, and he went and told them, well, put their stuff up till I can find the family so we can give it back to them or something. And the security guard was like, man, that's strange. Maybe they got up and left, or, you know, I don't want to be rude or anything, but they could have gotten into a car accident and they're at the hospital or something. So they looked up where these people's car the family's car is supposed to be parked, and they went there and it was there, and they were like, what? Okay, well, that rules that out. Alrighty. And, they were like, okay, well, that's strange. So they were tracking, like, where these people were using their, like, Disneyland, like, card or, like, band or whatever they have there. And they found that they had, 5 days prior, that's when they had stopped using the card. And their last place they used the card was breakfast. Now, after breakfast, they rode a couple rides. And they supposedly, I don't remember the name of the ride. But they supposedly rode one of the rides that takes your pictures. And that is, like, auto-charged to your, like, wristband or, like, card or whatever. I don't know. I've never been to Disney World. And the security guard was like, that's okay. So he asked the people for the footage of the ride, the getting on and getting off. Well, by the way, this story is, like, probably not legit. I found it on Instagram, but it just made me, like, think about real world stuff. So we'll get to it. So, the security guard went to this ride, and the person there was, like, disheveled and, like, scared and really, like, oh my god. And so they watched the people get on, but when the ride came back through, they weren't on the ride. The people that, like, rode the ride with them were on the ride, but when they came back, they weren't on the ride anymore, and the first thing the security guard thought was, oh crap, something must have happened to one of them, and like one of the kids or something, and the parents and the other kid got off, because it was a mother and a father, and apparently 2 kids. And they were, they never got off the ride, not one of them. So, the security guard was like, let's go in, let's look for them. Maybe something horrible happened and like somebody's stuck in the machinery and they can't find their way out. One of them got hurt and the parents got out to look for the kids. And by the way, when I was reading this, I was like, if I seen somebody get off a Disney ride, I would tell like somebody, you know, even though it's not my business, you know, I don't want them getting hurt. Anyway, so they were looking around, and all the security guard found was 3 cell phones and a hat, like a little beanie. And he was like, what the crap happened here? And he was really frustrated on what happened. He was like, that's dumb. Like, where would they go? Where are they? And he's like, alright, they're not in here. So let's go. Let's get out of this. Because they had to shut the ride down and everything for hours. You know? And I was like, alright. We can't find them. I don't know where they went. So, he went back. And he started looking through the photos. Because apparently it goes right to your freaking, I don't know, your thing there. I don't know. I've never been to Disney World. And the story says it goes right to, it's charged right to your room. And it was like 700 photos. And he was like, that's not right. Nobody comes to Disney World and comes and gets 700 photos and wants to pay for them all. So, by the way, this person was like, I don't think I'm going to be working at Disney anymore. I think I'm going to resign after this. But I'm just going to pick that up and put that right there. And he was like, yeah. So he started to look through the photos, and the first couple photos were fine. They were like regular. You know, it was them and the family. It was them in front of like certain rides, because there's camera people all around that you can pay. You know, those regular photos. And then one of the photos was the ride. And the person starts going through the photos faster and faster and realizes it's them on that ride that they shut down and everything and looked for them and couldn't find them in. They were like on the ride, riding it and riding it and riding it. They said until in one of the photos the father was gone and it was just the mother and the 2 kids. And then it was nobody in the cart. As if they were like, they had gotten out to like, well, freak that. I'm gonna walk since I can't get off of it. And so, they were like, okay, he was like, oh my god, what the crap is this? And the very next photo, when all of them were gone, was them back in the cart. As if they had, like, walked through a portal and they were automatically sitting back into the fucking ride. Ugh! When they were automatically sitting right back into the ride. So, he kept going through the photos, and then he seen that the father was getting angry, and then the father was gone. And the mother is, like, holding the two kids closer to her. They're crying. They're, like, upset. You can see that they are. And then you see the father in the front, and he's slumped over. And he's no longer moving or anything. And it's the mother and the two kids. And then, in the next couple frames, he said, you see it's just the mother and one kid. And a body slumped behind them. And then, in a couple more photos, both of them are slumped over. And the whole time he's like, oh crap. Well, the security guard, they're like, oh no. Oh god. How am I supposed to show this to the police? Because at the time, they had called the police. And they were like, I don't know what to do with this. How am I supposed to, like, deal with this consciously? And he said, I'm just going to say it's a he. I know. Terrible, right? They had never identified their gender, but the way they were talking, it sounded like a man. Yeah, but they had said the whole time in the pictures that the animatronics they weren't where they were supposed to be. And that's where it's left, where, like, the cops are supposed to be coming and stuff. And it's just a story, like, obviously this isn't real. But the story did get me thinking, like, how many people, like, don't pay attention when they go places like that because, you know, they're safe and stuff. You know, hundreds of kids apparently go missing at Disney World a year. That's not Disney's fault. There's just a lot of people there. You know, kids will panic. There was that one kid, that one incident. That very sad incident. I remember this because I was, like, in high school when it happened. Where that kid went missing in Disney World. It was a little boy, I think. I don't remember his name. And, a gator got him because he was at, like, Disney World or Disneyland or whatever down in Florida. Yeah, he was at Disney World down in Florida, and they think, like, a gator ate the little boy. What the hell are you talking about? Anyway, yeah, so that's what that story got me thinking about, is things like that, like those kids, or there's plenty of regular people who go to Disney World and they just disappear. And it's not Disney's fault, by no means. It's like, it's just things that happen. And there's so many incidents with Disney that it's really freaking cool to look up, like, their old places that they don't occupy anymore. Because there's so many, like, stories around it and, like, ghost stories, and I think it's so fun to watch and stuff. Oh. Yeah. So, I think I've eaten enough. I ate 4 slices of pizza, 1 piece of bread, 1, 2, 3, 4 chicken wings. I didn't touch the salad because I know my sister's going to want that, and I really don't want it. I mean, who wants a salad over pepperoni pizza? So, I'm going to go share this with my family, and I'm so happy to have eaten with you guys. You know, leave down in the comment what you guys ate. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share. Ooh. Sorry. I know my face is probably dirty. You know, but we'll see you guys in the next mukbang. Bye-bye!